What's going on, everybody? Javi here.
Stavo, what's up?
What up, what up? Episode 11 coming to you live. Today is the 15th of September. Yep, Thursday. We'll let the video out tomorrow. So we're going to hop right into it.
Let's get it.
How's your day going so far?
It's good. We're chilling. So last podcast, Javi here, he gave me a birthday gift, and I said we were going to start doing stuff, and I was going to give him something. So this actually is a year in the works right here, all right? So this is a lot of thought. Not really, but kind of. So if you guys know anything about trading cards or anything like sports cards or sports memorabilia or tickets, a lot of stuff like that, there's a company called PSA, and they grade cards. There's a few different grading companies, but PSA is a really big one. And I sent a bunch of cards like a year ago, and one of the groups of cards that I sent were some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I stole some from Javi here from his old Yu-Gi-Oh collection, and I got them back like a week ago, or like I think it was like a Friday. So yeah, it was last Friday. I got them back, so they're back here somewhere.
Above your head, other way.
Let's see.
So whenever you got them graded, do the grader put them in a certain case to get back to you?
Yeah, so you get them in these graded cases. But I sleeved all these cases up individually after the fact, like literally 10 minutes ago.
So are all those mine you got from my stuff?
Yeah, so these are all Jonathan's. I think I stole one because there was a duplicate, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be.
So do I have like $10,000 right there or what?
No, I mean there might be okay in value. So we're gonna run through. I'm gonna hand them to Javi as we go. I'm gonna save the best for last. Let me see.
Which is the blue eyes white dragon. If you know, you know.
Okay, so the first one here is a XYZ Dragon Cannon. This came out. It was from the, what was it? This is a booster pack 10. So I don't know if it was just a 10 case. Either way, I got a 3, which is not a great grade.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of hard with the old Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I feel like I grade Pokemon cards as well. And I feel like it's just, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards are darker, so like stuff's a little more apparent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I feel like. So they usually are more difficult to grade. But obviously these aren't all of Hobby's cards. These are just the coolest ones I thought would be cool to grade. And this is a Z Metal Tank. This is from Magician Force. This actually got an 8, which is kind of neat.
Okay.
Yeah. Next we have is a first edition Black Luster Soldier. This was in the which one? Starter deck Yugi. So if you know back in the day, they had the Yugi deck, the Kaiba deck. They had the Pegasus deck. You remember? You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
The thing is,
actually, the Pegasus deck did.
For me, this was like a really fun time in my life. Like just being a kid and having Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yu-Gi-Oh was really big when we were like, and I don't know, like second or third grade or something like that. I don't know. I just thought it was cool, and these are like just a way to have them and not have to worry about them getting damaged, really. And I mean, it's just neat. Yeah, and here's the Dark Magician. It's a 5, PSA 5, which again is kind of And then here we go, like Javi said.
Blue eyes white dragon.
Yeah, and this is a 3, and this is from the starter deck.
I got no 10s.
No way, you definitely would get no 10s.
What?
I sent a few of my old Yu-Gi-Oh cards in, and I think the highest one I got was a 9. I didn't get any Yu-Gi-Oh cards that were 10s.
So I got a 3, an 8.
I mean, there might be some of those might be worth
5,
something, but not really. It's more so like just something cool to have.
So PSA is like the biggest card.
I'd say they're the most well known. I think different. It depends what you're grading, right? So for comic books, for example, a lot of people like to grade with CGC. When I say they like to, it might be the only one. I'm not 100% sure, but they are for sure like the gold standard when it comes to like grading comics and stuff. So you know, like old Marvel, DC, even like whatever other entity has comics. I don't know. I don't think anyone. I think you can probably grade magazines too, but yeah, CGC is a really big one.
Okay.
With PSA, a lot of people like them in like the Pokemon.
So the number
Yu-Gi-Oh.
right there, the 62. That means they graded 62 million cards.
I think that might. I mean, what are the other ones? They should all be kind of close.
Very similar in number.
Yeah, so I don't know if that would be the number for the total number of cards they graded or the total number of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You know what I mean? Like if it started.
It's got to be graded because there's got to be a lot in rotation.
I mean, this was over a year to get this back. It was a year.
That's crazy.
And yeah, I mean, it could very well be that they've been a company for a long, long time. But
appreciate it. Sucks I didn't have anything that's of $10,000
The
or
thing,
more.
I mean, I know we had better cards in the past, and we had me especially because I would always keep things in sleeves. Hobby was a little more like one of those kids who kind of had the cards and he didn't really need to sleeve them up. I was always really weird about stuff like that.
I would just like put in my finger and throw them.
Yeah, but my card, a majority of my cards got stolen, and like I don't know, it was in middle school. Like people started bringing them back again, so I brought my deck and I got stolen. I know who the little fucker is too. If I saw him, I'd.
You go, you man.
But I wasn't thinking about it at the time. It was like we were at like a lunch table,
Mhm.
and he was like looking like this on his lap, and I was in the other table, and it was at carpool, and he's like looking, and he's like throwing them on the ground. What I realized later, I connected the dots. He was throwing them on the ground, I think, and then I had got him back. He had put them in the deck, and I didn't pay attention, and he had took a good portion of them there.
So the ones that he liked, he was throwing down.
And they were like
And-
my best ones because that deck
And
was
then he
like,
gave the deck back to you, thinking you were all there, but really the ones he really wanted were on the ground.
yeah, he had taken them.
So he didn't get no 10s because he ruined them.
Yeah, and those cards I had them all. See, I would always do pack fresh, right in the sleeve.
That's crazy.
And I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I would assume Hobby did. I don't know if he was as into it as me, but
I remember when we were younger, we had that little arm thing and like Let's Duel. I think I bought it one time.
we did. No,
Maybe not.
no. I mean,
Maybe I always wanted it. I don't know.
yeah. I think we wanted it. It came like it. They showed it or something. But
Maybe I just watched the show so much growing up, like waking up like 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
yeah, which
And I would think like,
was it WB? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Warner Brothers Kids.
Yeah.
Right? So WB Kids.
and I would always imagine myself being like, Let's Duel.
Yeah, and waking up early, and there was a bunch of shows. It was like
Tom and Jerry.
no that slot. I don't think it was. It was mainly like
Well, I think Tom and Jerry was before the Warner Bros. Opened up.
yeah,
Like, it started
yeah.
like their show
earlier
for the
in
day.
earlier in the morning. I'm trying to remember I don't know what shows were in the slots, but I think Yu-Gi-Oh was like the last time slot of the WB Kids. It was like 12 o'clock or 11,
Okay.
and that was pretty fun to watch
Yeah,
back in the
definitely,
day.
we watched a lot of, cartoons and shows when we were younger.
I remember I was really big into like music videos. I would also wake up and watch music
BET?
videos. I don't know about BET. I didn't watch BET. I watched
I like
MTV.
BET. Lil Jon, all those rappers.
Did you like BET or you like what you was watching on BET?
I think I liked what I was watching. I was a kid and I was like, dang, whoa, what's happening? they put us on TV. But that was straight. So yeah, appreciate that. I mean, so you said you didn't get any 10s yourself at all,
Not for Yu-Gi-Oh. I think the highest one I got was a 9. I have like,
but you have some 10s for the
for Pokemon. Yeah, I
Pokemon?
sent in some other stuff for Pokemon, and actually I sent in some Dragon Ball Z cards too.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, if you have an extra Pokemon card that is like you think is kind of cool that you just don't really care to have, give it to me. I want to give it to one of my players. in
Is it a
Cochrane.
chick or
As a girl.
Oh, I thought you were talking about from the kids camp for the Mercers.
No. There's a girl on my team, and she has her phone case. In the back of her phone case is like some random Pokemon. I don't even know what it is. I'm not like.
You're sure it's a Pokemon though?
Yeah, I'm sure. Because I'm 100% sure. Because I actually said it to her one day. I was like, "Where's your Charizard at?" She was like, "I don't have one."
That's funny. She's
Yeah.
a freshman or she's.
Yeah, she's a freshman. She's from Denmark. She's Danish. I
She probably
think-
doesn't. A lot of people. I mean, I'd say a lot of people don't, but a
Yeah.
decent amount of people don't know about like grading the cards.
Oh yeah, definitely
And
not.
even when it comes to it, it's kind of like it seems like a confusing process, but it's not. It's not too bad. It's just a matter of having to send them in and wait because it's just at least with PSA, there's been a long like wait for like all the cards because like at the beginning of
I can
COVID,
imagine. Yeah, it's a
Hey,
whole year. You said
at
like
the beginning of COVID, everyone started doing like anything, like hobbies in general. People started picking up a lot of stuff like.
mhm.
And again, with supply chain issues, I'm thinking of like at the top of my head, bicycling because I went and we got our parents' bikes for Christmas.
Everyone just had more time on their hands during COVID.
Yeah,
That's
so
why.
a lot of hobbies. Pokemon was really big. Everything just got really big. So
I didn't want to say that word.
what?
C19. I'd rather just say that.
Oh,
Yeah. Speaking of
C20 minus 1,
yeah. Speaking of
C20 plus 8.
my team a little bit, we had a game. Last time I told you guys we were playing against. I'm pretty sure I said that we lost against SEU on the podcast. I'm pretty sure I said that. Our next game after that, which is our last one, we just played against.
The team who beat the number 2 team.
What do you mean?
Y'all played the team. Your
Yeah.
last game was the team against the team who beat number 2.
Yeah, SEU.
I just said it confusing just to be.
Yeah, SEU. But since then we played against Albany State, who is a Division II program, and we beat them 4-0. And tomorrow we have a game against SCAD. They're in the Sun Conference of the NAIA. And I actually saw this poster earlier, real quick, before I continue on with my schedule and everything else. But I was talking about how you have the NJCAA, then you have NAIA, and then Division 3, Division 2, Division 1. And we're talking about like how it's like how people think like it's in that order in terms of like competitiveness and like, you know, individuals with talent. And I played in the NAIA, and I'm not saying like I'm the best of players, but I play with really good players, and I see myself as a really good player. But it had like a picture of that like in that order, and right next to it said what it actually is. Like the first one's like what people think it is and how it actually is. You know what I'm saying? Like a comparison between the two charts, and it had like obviously the JUCOs at the bottom. Then it had Division 3. Actually, the post actually had Division 3 at the very bottom, which I don't agree with that because there are a lot of
This was just for
individuals.
is this for men and women, or is it just for one or the other?
I think it was just for all together, like as an organization.
I just didn't know if all the organizations listed or all the divisions listed had both men and women's.
Yeah. Well, some programs like it's a mix because there are some athletic programs because of Title IX that have some sports and don't have the other.
Yeah.
But there was some like in general, but they actually had Division 3 at the bottom, which I don't agree with that. Obviously, JUCO, you're at the bottom of, all the NCAA and then NIA. But it had Division 1 being the top, which is obvious, then Division 2, then NAIA, then the JUCO, then Division 3. And that was something that I thought that, like, okay, makes sense. Like, that's something I could also, that was someone's opinion, but I stood with that, you know what I'm saying?
Was it for soccer or was it for college sports?
It was
in
just
general?
for college sports in general. Like,
okay.
the person who posted was like a volleyball thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then
It might vary between
it's
sports, honestly, too.
Yeah, definitely
From
varies
sport to
between sports. Because,
sports.
like I just said, like our team just beat Albany State, which is Division 2. We beat them 4-0. We're NAIA. And when I played at Middle Georgia, we beat plenty of Division 2 schools. And we're NAIA. So it doesn't really matter, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what division you are. It really comes down to how competitive your conference is, how competitive your team is, and how competitive, like, the whole league is, you know? But with that being said, yeah, we play tomorrow against SCAD, and we drive to Savannah. We're
At
leaving
least that's not a far drive. It's not too bad. It's like 2 hours.
only 2 hours. But the thing is, on
That's a dangerous road, though. You got to watch out for that.
I-16, yeah, everyone already talked about it. Honestly, I don't mind it at all. It's
I don't
real
like
chill.
it. I mean, I think the issue is just too many 18-wheelers and whatnot.
Yeah, but on Monday we have a game against Kaiser, who are located in West Palm Beach, and me and Coach we got to drive to that.
West Palm?
Yeah, West Palm Beach. That's
I play
7.5 hours.
I play Xbox against with someone who he lives in West Palm.
I live in West Palm.
Yeah.
And that's our last regular season game before conference starts. And yeah, I mentioned that because you're talking about the drive and just come sharing it. They are actually ranked number 1 in the nation.
Who is Kaiser?
Kaiser, the women's team. So we're SCU. They're top 25, top 10. They're ranked 10 in the nation right now.
What you said SCU is?
SCU, Southeastern University. That's where Kira goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we're playing against Kaiser. They're ranked number 1 in the nation. And right now, my school, my program, we're receiving votes, but we're not like, we don't have a number by our name. It just says RV, like receiving votes. So we're not in the top 25. But once you are in the top 25 and say the season ends, then you automatically get a bid into the national tournament. So we have, if we can win tomorrow, it could beat SCAD, who are actually ranked, I think they're ranked 16 in the nation. If we beat them, then we're going to receive a lot of votes. And me and Coach Gill, we're actually very optimistic. I am especially about beating them because your reality is to an extent what you make of it. You know what I'm saying? Like your thoughts. And even me saying that, like, sometimes you think things and you may know it, but sometimes you have to say things again just to like reiterate like your own beliefs and whatnot, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just to.
I mean, that's the thing with a lot of stuff. You just got if you mentally think about it, you kind of like materialize it in a way.
Yeah. So we're gonna win tomorrow, kick their butts, play against Kaiser. Gonna honestly do really well. I think we're gonna do really well against Kaiser, and then from there we have our conference.
And Kaiser's ranked number 1 right now.
Yeah.
It's funny too, like when a team, especially like a team that's not ranked, they beat like ranked teams, especially if they beat a ranked team in the top 5, whatever sport it is, they like just drop a bunch. Like,
Yeah.
It's just crazy how much they'll drop.
Like they'll drop like 10 positions.
Yeah, if you lose to an unranked team, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully both of those teams are ranked. Our next two games, both of them are ranked. Hopefully we can beat one of them.
1 in 16, you said?
Yep. Kaiser's ranked number 1 and SCAD is ranked 16.
Yeah.
Both good programs.
Is that a 25 or what? Or is it up at 20?
It's up to 25. But there's obviously way more teams.
Yeah.
In NA.
No, yeah.
But yeah. So that's our little update with my soccer team. And actually, I am applying for my United Soccer States Federation B license. I have to submit the application by.
United Soccer States.
Did I say that?
Yes.
I'm gonna say USSF, but I try to say the whole thing out so people can understand.
Yeah, you said
it's United States Soccer Federation.
Okay, yeah. I got confused. I was like, wait.
I said it backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, you said when you say it backwards, you just mixed the last two. I think.
Okay.
I was
Well,
like,
I'm getting my B license.
yeah.
The course starts in January. I'm hoping I can get into it. You have to like submit an application. They review your stuff and then they put you in the course. But I have to find / create 2 documents to add to my application saying that I was actually an individual at these organizations. One is at Point, and the other one's at Mercer.
You just create the document, and you have to have someone validate it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't really know for sure. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just create the document and send it to both of those guys, which is Mark and Brad, and say, hey, can I add your signature to this, so I can submit it to my.
What do you mean add your signature? They have to sign it.
Well, can I like put their name on it?
Oh yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Hey, can I say that you can I show?
Yeah,
I'm
why
sending it
wouldn't
to
you be
you.
able to? Yeah.
Yeah, just because like I need to have some type of some type of document.
Yeah. And I'm
verification
saying, why
saying that
wouldn't
I'm
you be able? I mean, I guess asking is good, but you don't really have to. I feel like, but yeah.
I mean, well, honestly, I don't want to. I'd rather just like add their name and submit the document, and then.
I don't think there's an issue with doing it like that.
Oh, well, I'm gonna do that then. I'm gonna find a way to create the document and do that because.
Yeah.
I'd rather not go to them. I need to get it done. The deadline is this Sunday, and I need to get it done. I need to get the application submitted so I can start my B license. Then once I have my B, I'll wait a year and get my A, and then I'll have the top license for coaching in the United States for soccer. And then, honestly, the way they do it is like if you have your B license in one country, then because every country in the world has soccer federation.
Yeah.
Like FIFA is obviously the big boy, and then they make sure that each country has like a federation. So if you have your B license in the United States, then instead of you starting from the bottom and like in England,
they put you in a certain spot or like equivalent to them.
You go to the equivalent license.
Yeah.
So if I get my B here, I can go over there and take my B there. So I can have my USSF B here and go do my UEFA B there, and I have both B licenses. So that's the goal, is to get the B license in the United States here next spring, and then within the next 2 years, starting January, to get my UEFA B. Just because it'll make me way more marketable on the international market, because soccer is worldwide, and if I have the UEFA B and the USSF B, people be like, dang, this guy definitely has the credentials. I mean, the biggest thing is really the winning record. You know, like people really want you just to win. You know, to perform.
if you're like, I know with college football, especially if you have like an assistant coach or a defensive coordinator, whatever, some coach who's not the head coach, if that team performs really well, and they like win national championship or something, a lot of times those coaches the assistant coaches will get hired to be the head coach at a different school. Yeah. I mean, that happens a lot of times. So I'm assuming it happens with a lot of other sports as well. Yeah,
like, for instance, Brighton, who's a Premier League team, they're in 4th place right now. And Chelsea, which is below them, they're like in 6th place. Chelsea, I know you've heard of Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
Chelsea Football Club. They actually fired their manager last week and brought this guy in from Brighton, who's the manager, head coach, whatever, into Chelsea. And he lost his first game the other day, and then people are already saying, get him out, like fire him already. It's just, honestly, sports are just
he got hired, they wanted to
cutthroat.
fire him at the first game?
Yeah, because they lost it. But it was the fans who were saying, like, let's
No,
fire him.
obviously
But it's just,
organization wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, it's just, honestly, it's like I said, sports are just cutthroat. Like, if you don't perform, you don't win, like, then...
Yeah, sports fans are just crazy in general. I remember a few years back, I know it's probably happened many times since then, but I believe it was the Alabama kicker, it could have been the Texas A&M. I believe it was one of those. He missed like a really important field goal, and like they were like sending him death threats on Twitter and stuff.
Well,
College football fans are crazy. I mean, there's definitely probably crazy fans in everything, but it's just so big in the States, college football, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's more obvious to me, more apparent what's going on. And like I mean, they're fucking wild. Like I mean, I can understand that. Like getting upset if your kicker misses, like that's their one job. You got to make the field goal, dude. But to be sending someone death threats is kind of crazy.
Well, by you saying that made me think about that soccer team that lost an important match in Colombia. I don't know if it was a Colombian national team or it was a club team. And they ended up killing some of their players because they lost.
They for sure killed them, or people assume?
Mafia. No, they for sure killed some players. Crazy. What?
Talking about the mafia. You know.
Well, changing things up for a second. Got this question of the day. Okay. When did you last sing to yourself or to someone else?
So what's singing to yourself? What does that mean?
I don't know, just in the shower singing, or maybe just a song that you sang to yourself. You're vibing out.
I always sing.
All right. So when was the last time you sang it? What song was it?
I don't really know, honestly. I just sing whatever's coming on the radio. I mean,
Or how about when's the
sing
last time?
along with something.
We'll take that first part away. When's the last time you sang to somebody?
I don't know. I sing to someone all the time too. I sing to Mary all the time. I'm pretty sure. We'll be in the car. We'll sing together. Sing to her. I don't know what to her. Like, am I like dedicating a song?
I mean,
Or
you're not the artist.
Am
or
I?
something, but yeah,
Am I
to an
singing?
extent,
Are the lyrics like?
dedicated?
Yeah, like is that what that means? Singing to someone? I mean, I don't know, but yeah, me and her sing all the time together.
Okay. Yeah, just me. I honestly couldn't answer that.
You don't sing ever?
No, I sing all the time. We
I was
vibing
about to
out.
say, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm talking about like to somebody else. I can't remember last time I sang to somebody.
I got. Go ahead.
on.
No, go.
Last time I remember singing to somebody. It was like 3.5 years ago. I was singing some Enrique Iglesias. I can be your hero, baby. I can sing the rest.
Yeah.
I'm not like no American Idol finalist or anything. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge me.
Finalist.
Yeah, bro.
They might not even give you like the first. I don't know.
First golden ticket.
Yeah, they might.
You're going to Los Angeles.
Like Simon would. He's not on there no more, but he like they
Yeah,
would
I was
stop
talking
you
to
in
you a while
half.
back about that. Like saying ever since Simon left, like American Idol has just went.
Yeah.
Meow.
Simon. Yeah. So my question was going to be, if you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
Oh, it would be teleportation.
That's mine too.
Because I would have no job. My job would be to teleport people. That's what it would be.
No, you
I'm like, hey, where do you want to go? All right, give me.
No. I wouldn't do all that now.
But-
Why would
but-
you want to teleport?
But there's a lot of different avenues. What I could also say is I can teleport into a bank, take all the money from the bank, and teleport away from it. I'll be rich. I can think that, or I can think about, hey, I can eat, teleport away, and not have to pay the bill.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, like, in terms of like,
Those are arguments that people make for being able to teleport. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would just teleport, bro, everywhere and anywhere.
Yeah, no,
And
exactly.
Every new breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'll be in a new city in a new country every single day.
It's an old movie. It's been out for a really long time. but
Jumper
yeah, me and Mary actually watched it
recently.
about a month ago. Because I saw
It's
it. And
good.
we were like, we'll go through. I hate watching movies because they're always bad. Like they're always shit. So I'm always, if I'm looking to watch a movie.
That's why you like anime, huh?
That's what I'm saying. Because I swear, anime, like on a writing level, most of it's just it.
You have to
way
find, you have
better.
to find the right movies. But yeah,
Yeah,
Jumper
but nowadays,
is a good movie.
nowadays it doesn't. That's not a thing. So when we do look for movies, it's like we'll like find movies like that are hits in their year that we just didn't watch at the time, or maybe it's been a while. So that's when I watched a long time ago, and it came out with. I'm assuming we watched it with our parents, and so Mary and I, we did.
I
Mary
watched
and
it
I,
alone.
no, maybe recently, but I'm saying when
Anyways,
it came
go on.
out. Okay, I asked Mary if she watched it. She hadn't, so I was like, let's watch that movie, and I thought it was really good. I think she liked it.
Yeah, I think
I think it's based off a book actually.
it might have been, but the way for them to teleport is you have to have to see a picture, right? And they can teleport to that place.
And I don't know if they have to see the picture
Or
or
have to, like,
they have
visualize it
to
in their
have
head.
been there.
I think
have-
I think it's a visualize because
No.
Yes,
They
because
have to have been there
no.
and it be visualized.
So what I remember from the movie is there a picture?
He's wrong. Tell him he's
No.
wrong. Let him know.
Tell
No,
me I'm right. He's wrong
in-
because how are you gonna teleport to someplace you've never been before?
correct. That's the whole. That's the limitation in the teleportation in this sense. Yeah, you have to have been there, and like
I disagree, but you might.
think about
Who
it.
knows?
I watched it like a month ago. When did you watch it? So it's fresh on my.
yesterday.
It's fucking.
Days
Long. I
ago.
watched it actually right before this started.
Just finished it. Like out of your.
So, but then you have teleporting like Goku. So that type of teleporting wouldn't even be possible in our universe. Do you remember how his works?
Yeah,
How?
they just dematerialize the matter himself and you go someplace.
No.
What you mean? But you close your eyes and you have to visually see yourself there.
Okay, so with Goku's, I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive, he has to sense their energy.
Yeah,
right?
you're
Or of
right.
someone.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it has
like,
to sense the energy of somebody where they are, the
so then
location.
he's able to
Yeah.
teleport to that region. So like if he can't. Now
Um,
I don't know. I mean, they might have added to that. I just know at one point that was for sure a thing.
That's how it was in Dragon Ball Z.
I don't know if they've added to it like, oh, he can teleport as long as he can see it mentally or something.
No,
Because I feel like he's teleported. You know, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Well, actually, now that I say that, because like think about it, he teleported to like the gods planet, but the gods apparently didn't have energy like that. Like
Is that he can sense as long as he senses some sort of
Yeah.
energy where he wants to go, he teleports to that energy.
okay.
I think that's basically how it works. I haven't looked it up in a while.
No,
So.
that is how it was. My first answer was about dematerializing, which is like me breaking it down.
Oh no, yeah, no, I just
But yeah,
meant-
that is how it is. He has to sense their energy, and then he can go there.
But like if like if you like wish for being able to teleport
Mm-hmm.
in our universe based off of Goku's, like, oh, I wish I could teleport like Goku, you would never go anywhere because you can't even sense energy. Like we're right here,
Yeah.
and you can't like physically sense, oh, this is his energy or her energy. You know
It
what I mean?
depends on how tuned in you are with your own energy.
Even then, what?
No, 'cause
there's
sometimes
energy
it's
to
not like-
sense.
I don't know, because sometimes like say you're at a bar or something, like
You can feel the
you
vibes.
can feel the vibe. That's energy. Like you
Yeah,
can feel
but you-
someone's like to an extent. I feel like sometimes I can feel like anger. I can feel hate.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely.
Like while I'm out at place, I'm like something don't feel right. I'm looking around like I can see someone like their facial expression. Like facial expression are
that
universal.
didn't help you that one time, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah, because I'm facing this way and the guy hits me from behind. Long story short, I was out one night. I ain't gonna mention nobody.
This ain't a long story short. He got punched in the back of the head at a bar. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's it.
That's long story short.
Yeah, simple as that.
Yeah,
Dirty guy.
No one knew who he was because we went back later, and I wasn't actually there. I was at home, and I got a call from some random person. He's like, "Hey, dude, this is so and so." I didn't know who to do what. He was like, "I'm with your brother. He got knocked out. Someone punched him in the back of the head." And I was like, "What?" And you know how to pull up, but I was asking people. I
Yeah,
was
that was a
talking to the
wild
bouncers.
night.
The bouncers were acting like they didn't know nothing. I think I ended up calling the police 2 times in a row. Last podcast I talked about snitching too, but yeah, bro,
Yeah.
6'9". I mean, it just depends. Like,
Yeah, but I remember
know.
that night. Honestly, I even remember like that to an extent. Like I was out basically solo, and
I think Lily was out there, our
Yeah.
sister.
yeah, that was the night I went out with.
That was
a
their
friend.
graduation night,
Yeah,
and they were out. Actually, they ended up going to the hospital because our sister's husband's brother,
I saw him outside. He has like one liver,
and he was like,
so his liver could not.
He was
cannot,
KO'd.
it cannot function.
yeah,
Couldn't carry the weight of how much alcohol he had.
yeah, he was.
So I remember I was outside like
belligerent.
holding his head up, and Sky was like, "Hey man, you need to back up." I'm like, I didn't like Lily and Hunter were married at the time. I was like, this is my brother-in-law. Like, I know, like you relax, like calm down, like I'm pretty sure.
I mean, technically he is now, right? Since they're married, or is that only her brother-in-law? Is that also our brother-in-law?
Ours as well.
Is it? Is that how
Yes.
that works?
It's definitely how it works because the both families join.
Yeah, I know.
It's like his grandmother's my
Oh yeah. So
grandma
brother
in
in
law.
law. You know, I guess when you think about it, I guess it's in the eyes of the law, right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of how that is?
Yeah,
That makes sense. Still kind of weird.
I forgot what we were talking about. We're talking about that.
Holding him up because he had one kidney
Yeah,
or
hold him up.
liver or
Yeah,
something,
God,
whatever
God
it is.
bless him.
I'm not a medical professional, so I have no idea about all the.
Ins and outs.
Yeah, like what you have two kidneys and
Wait,
one liver. That's what it is.
I'm tripping. Well, I just now said on camera you have 2 livers.
No, that's what I was thinking. No, yeah, I see you have 2 kidneys and 1 liver.
So yeah, I guess one of his kidneys he only had 1 kidney, and the other
I think
one,
George Lopez had like a failed kidney or both of his kidneys, and his wife gave him one, and then he cheated on her, or divorced her. I don't remember what it was. Look it up.
that's crazy.
It was something along those lines. It's
He
funny.
did her dirty.
It's funny because I saw that, and then I saw a TikTok one day. It was like, oh, when your dad does, and it's like that scenario, and it was George Lopez's daughter. I was like,
What
damn,
the
she's calling
fuck?
him out. And then
she called him out.
yeah, his daughter did.
That's
And then she
wild.
posted other stuff with him. So I guess like maybe, I mean, he's good at finessing his daughter and wife because there was some TikToks after the fact, so they still hang out, I guess, or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's something along those lines. You have to look it up, verified, fact check me.
All right, I got another question.
All right, let's get it.
All right, it says, of all the people in your family, whose death would you find most disturbing, and why?
That's a weird question. I don't think I even feel comfortable answering that question. It's just weird.
Mom and Dad, turn it off.
I don't know. That's just I don't know. That's a weird one. I'm not even gonna answer it because I just don't know. It just seems odd.
Okay.
I don't even think. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah,
We're a very tight family.
Yeah,
So like
but
it's hard to.
I'm also more of a person who handles things as they come. Like I don't. For me, in my mindset, I'm not thinking about things that can or will happen in the future and like get upset about them or get worked up about them because I get to save that energy for when it actually happens. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like there's no point even thinking about stuff like that because it's going to happen at some point.
We'd rather you not waste those thoughts and energy about it.
Exactly. It just seems pointless to do that.
Yeah.
So that's I don't like that question.
Oh, I think my answer.
I didn't want to hear it. I don't even need to hear it. I don't
It'll
even
be
want
you,
it.
big brother.
He's bullshitting. I don't even want to hear it though.
All right. Next, you got a question for me?
I probably could. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Today's Thursday. All right, you ain't gotta ask a question. Where are you going tonight?
Are we playing some indoor? Yeah, I got indoor playing.
And
I played some. I think it was Tuesday. You said Thursday.
It was Monday.
Huh?
It was Monday. We went. I went to.
Oh yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
I was thinking he was. I was like, I was confused for a second.
Yeah, but speaking of indoor,
We actually won the most that night. I'm pretty sure.
even though I didn't perform the best. I think we did have a few wins.
Yeah, no, we had the most.
But that was the first time I played in like 3 weeks.
Is it?
Yeah, and the last time I told you, the last time we went indoor, or I went indoor was 3 weeks ago. And that last time I actually played. Like I've just been coaching the whole time.
I haven't played indoor in a while. I don't think. I'm trying to remember the last time I played indoor. I'm playing again tonight.
Yeah,
I need to get new cleats. Like I said, the ones that I'm playing with.
going to.
Yeah, I need to. The ones I have, they're just too bulky. I don't know.
Yeah, just change them up. I guess me too.
But I mean, I can still play them. They're all right.
But speaking of like indoor and whatnot, I was actually thinking about hosting a 3v3 tournament here in Macon, and then basically
For like an adult league.
yeah, like
yeah.
for adults and then the youth and then men and then women. So it's like 4 categories.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 17 and below and 18 up, and then for both men and women. And then I was gonna do it at the Middle Georgia campus in Macon, just because. Like,
I guess you're able to do stuff like that now, huh?
well, I feel like I am able to, but I feel like I need to. Like
Yeah, it's something.
I'm from Macon. We're both from Macon,
not
and
even
I
that-
just feel like I need to do more for like my city.
Yeah. Well,
just for my name and just for the city itself.
well, yeah, that. But also on your resume, it looks good. Like you're like, oh, I was able to host this many events that generated this much money
Yep.
for the team,
Mm-hmm.
which resulted in this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something like that. Like concrete. I cannot think of the word I want to say.
I
But
don't
yeah,
want to say evidence. But
no, but yeah, just
concrete-
basically being able to show that you did something and then showing how it affected the program directly. You know what I mean? Stuff like that is
Yeah,
really.
and I wasn't thinking about it in that aspect. I was thinking about it like me, like renting the field off the school.
Yeah.
And then all the proceeds will come to me personally instead of me going back into the program.
Would you be able to even do that?
Yeah.
Are you able to?
Yeah, definitely. The reason why
'Cause you're
I
renting the
want
field
the
out.
reason why I'm renting the field out. The reason why I
Okay.
want to come out to me is because I wanted to I'm not trying to pocket all the money. Like I want to make it big enough where it's like an annual event at Middle Georgia State, and then give away a prize. So like
Would you able? Do they have fields ready in Macon? Or are they
no,
just trying to
I
get
would
those up?
I would have to go in like paint the fields. But you talking like do they have a grass there? You're saying to play on?
Well, goals and
They have
and,
no goals, nothing painted out. So like I would have to do all the work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to do all that work and then give
Yeah.
all the money away because like Macon isn't the biggest city, but there are definitely a lot of people that play here, like more than people really like realize. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the soccer scene for adults, soccer is the biggest in Macon. Like when you think about it, a lot of people play softball. I think the softball scene is kind of big in Macon.
Like just for adults.
Yeah, like adults.
Okay. Yeah.
So softball, I think, is pretty close, and it might probably be bigger than soccer because I know a lot of churches, they have a lot of church leagues.
Yep.
And there are leagues that are like not just church leagues, like they have their own stuff. But so yeah, maybe softball is probably the top one, and then you have soccer, and that's really about it. I mean, I think there's definitely some like flag football leagues
Yeah, but it's
with
not big.
yeah, and then you have maybe some ultimate frisbee, but not too much. And then I see some people post on Facebook about what is it, basketball leagues,
Mhm.
adult for adults and stuff like that. But again, I'd say softball is the biggest, followed by soccer probably, or maybe switch them. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that earlier. I was working in the gym and I saw this big old poster that said like MGA golf tournament. I'm not a big golf person, but I am a soccer person, and I was like, I can just honestly, I need to host an event because like, if I'm being honest, I'll read it real quick on my New Year's resolutions. They're not like resolutions. Well, they are resolutions, but they're also accompanied with goals that I had. And one of my goals for 2022 was host/create an event. And when I did that, it was like something like in terms of like a party or like a gathering, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But it could easily be a soccer tournament. You know what I'm saying? And those are a few other ones that I have that I'm failed at. Like one was basically learn like a verse or like a sentence every day in Spanish. So by the end of the year, I have 365 new phrases.
I mean, that'd be a lot to learn, though.
Yeah, but I didn't do. I did it for like all of January, then I stopped. But there's a few other ones right here. The one that I actually looking at, I haven't looked at it in forever. It's been like 4 months since I looked at it, and some of them right here. Bench 285. That was my max back when I was in early 20s. Bench 285. That was my max ever.
285.
Yes.
Where'd you do that at?
In Cochrane.
You did it at in Cochrane.
Yes.
285.
Yeah, that was max the most I ever benched. I'm finna get back to the 225 club for real.
Yeah, I haven't done any barbell benching in forever. I just usually do dumbbell benching, just because it's the what is it? The travel is better. Like the barbell is kind of like strict, and it's just here.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the dumbbells, you can it's more natural feeling than the barbell.
Yeah,
and the growth is better anyway. Dumbbell for chest growth, dumbbells are better.
Yeah, another one I had was run a mile under 5 minutes and 43 seconds.
Okay, maybe.
So 5:43. I think I could do that. Which I really need to start training for that. And if another one was read 3 books, which I read 1.5, and then another one is pay for an older couple's meal times 2. So
Do that twice.
do it twice.
I was thinking the other
There's a
day
few others here I'm not gonna say.
when I was running the other day, I was thinking about because my birthday's coming up in like 2 weeks. I'll be 29, so I was like, I don't know, like I guess I'm not there yet, so there's not like any sort of feeling. But like as far as when you turn 30, it's like, I don't know, I feel like there's some goals like I wanted to set that I haven't ever thought about.
For those 10 years.
Well, not for the 10 years, just like for the year right before 30,
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
within the 29 to 30 year.
Okay, yeah.
I want to do like this, like marathon. I think we talked about running a marathon like a few episodes ago, and I was like, nah, it's not really a thing. But like,
Now you're thinking about doing it.
I think, yeah, now I am because I don't
See,
know.
that's how life is for real.
Because literally, I don't know. I was just running, and I was like, you know what? I might as well just make it a goal. Like, I think it would, for me, I don't know. Like, still
to
running.
finish it,
Well,
I'll be like, whoa.
yeah, but like, I'm thinking. I said I don't think ahead, but like, I think if while I'm doing that, I'd be like, damn, this is boring. Like for 4 hours plus, like
If you were fast, you do it in 2.5.
that would not happen. It definitely would not happen.
Yeah, but about 4 hours, yeah, around there.
Oh, yeah.
3.5, honestly.
No way. I think it'd be way more than that. I think the average probably is higher than that. Like for
Well, I know the
amateur
fastest
people.
is 1 hour and 59 minutes.
Yeah, we talked about that like
Yeah.
a few episodes ago. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're doing 4 hours, you're going twice as slow as the person who finished that guy.
Yeah, but he's like
But
he's
yeah,
an
but he's running.
animal.
He's running the whole
crazy.
time. He's running in packs, like with people who are just like changing out with fresh legs and whatnot.
He's a
But yeah,
beast.
no,
There's no
I've
way.
always wanted to run a marathon myself, just to say that I've done it. Like, there's a lot of things I want to do in life, just to say that I've done it, not for anybody else, just for myself. Like,
Yeah,
skydiving.
can't do it.
I
No.
want to do that. Marathon.
I would prefer bungee jumping. I think I would do that.
A hot air balloon. I would rather, honestly, if I could choose, it would be skydiving off of a hot air balloon. That would be the best way.
Honestly, I would, my hands would get so sweaty on the ride up. I would just be like, there's no way I'm about to do this. I just know my palms and my feet would just start sweating.
Knees weak, arms are heavy. This bumming.
Basically, yeah,
already.
Couldn't do it. There's no way. I would not skydive.
I think it'd be better to do it in a hot air balloon because like I would hang.
I saw a video like that recently.
Then let go. I would be aware, but like jumping out of a plane, like you immediately just like start flipping and turning. Like I feel like it wouldn't be as enjoyable, and it would just be like those first like 10 seconds while we're getting adjusted to the air would be like,
I don't know. I don't think it'd be
I don't
too
know.
bad, but mine's just more like I couldn't do it. Like I said, I think I could do bungee jumping maybe,
that's wild.
but bungee jumping,
I mean, only if they're both wild.
I don't know. I don't know. But then again, the hot air balloon is kind of it's freaking me out thinking about being that high on that air balloon.
No, it's okay.
It doesn't even make like what is it? It's a fucking basket with the balloon.
And have
Like
hot air in it.
What are the what's the word? Like the fail safes that are in place with the air balloon. Can't imagine there are any.
There's not really,
Like what happens? The balloon, something happens with the air balloon or whatever the case is, and it just that's it. You're done.
You just go down slowly.
It's not gonna be slow. If, like say something, there's a tear in the.
Well, you can think about
balloon, I
that for
don't know.
any thing.
Yes,
you
but
can think about
again-
even going to the grocery store, like getting in the car. Like I can turn left and boom, get.
No, I know that,
rear-ended.
but for certain things, it's a little more. I don't know. Like for airplanes, like I'm not like riding airplanes. I've done it a few times, but like at least with the airplane, let's assume the engine fails.
Mhm.
Even at that point, that the aerodynamics of the plane still allow it to float or glide or whatever you want to say, right?
Yeah.
And it can still travel. Like I think it's like 100 miles is the distance if the engines were to fail. That's how far the plane will go without power. So like the fail safe with the engines failing is the plane itself, right? And even
Yeah.
then, there are a lot of other fail safes
Well,
with certain things.
That's the same thing for the
break
hot
or
air
whatever.
balloon. Like,
How? What the balloon? What happens after that?
or what happens to the balloon?
Yeah, exactly. The balloon. There's a huge hole. There's a huge rip.
Well, there's already a hole in the balloon. If you didn't know,
Not on the top.
there is.
Oh yeah, in the middle.
Yeah, for
That's all that gas in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
There's already a hole there. So
I don't know. I'm assuming there's something that could happen where like
You
there's
definitely have something-
nothing that.
The crazy thing that I ever seen with a hot air balloon was the winds.
Yeah, it could blow up
come,
super side.
and yes, and it will go to the side.
Yeah, imagine that.
But-
And imagine you do that, you fall out of the basket.
Well,
I think they tie you in though.
They do something, but that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. But what happens is the basket itself it still weighs more than the balloon because it's just the I don't know what material it is, but the basket's still gonna come back down.
I couldn't do it. And like this,
I would do it.
I've watched
I
those
always wanted
videos
to.
of people doing the I don't know the name of the thing, but it's basically like a seat. They'll sit in it. It has the engine on the back, and it has the Is it a balloon too?
Oh, you're talking about
Oh no, it's not a balloon.
Like
It's,
at the
it's
beach?
just a no. They do it like there's a guy on YouTube who does like in the Midwest of the United States.
not,
It's like a paragliding type thing.
Yeah, I've seen it.
essentially. And
yeah,
it
it
just
has the big
like
old fan at the back.
yeah, he has a huge fan. He like runs and he jumps. Or no, he catches the wind. So he'll like
Yeah.
have the it's like a parachute essentially, and he'll like do something. It'll catch the wind, and then
It's basically paragliding.
yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't do that either. You see how high they get?
I've done that.
You've done it, or you would do it?
I've done paragliding
Yeah, but I'm
in
talking.
Tennessee.
Okay, yeah. I'm talking about the guy
That was crazy.
you did it in Tennessee.
Yeah, me and Kira went, and that. Listen, we were on the side of this mountain, right? We run
Tennessee or in Europe? I thought you did in Europe.
paragliding. We did it in Tennessee. It's where the two people and they have a little thing and they
I thought you
control
did it
themselves.
somewhere else for some reason. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I did that and 1 minute we're like we went off the cliff. We're going down the cliff, but
Yeah.
like they catch like hot bubbles, where like it pushes you up, and
Kind of like turbulence.
Yeah, like we're going side like back and forth like a figure eight next on the edge of the mountain. And next thing you know, like I'm looking down the mountain, I'm like an extra 500 feet in the air. And this the reason why I didn't really like it that much is because this guy was like, "Hey man, you want to do some cool tricks?" I didn't know what the fuck he was gonna do. He's like, "We'll do some spirals." I'm like, "Sure, man, let's do some spirals." He lets this one go, so it goes up, and he pulls this one down, and we're just spinning. We drop like those 500 feet in literally like 10 seconds. I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa, like spinning, like we just dropped my gut. It's like I'm on a fair ride and whatnot. I'm just like, I cannot believe we just did this. And the rest of the ride down, I'm quiet. I'm like,
Or you're just scared?
I have to vomit, but I don't actually vomit.
Oh yeah.
It would just it upset my stomach so bad. I was like, whoa. But honestly, I feel like mom would love that, you know? You and dad, I don't know too much about.
When I was younger, I was good with rides, but like I had a bad experience, and after that, it was no more.
Yeah. Yeah. So paragliding, that's a good. I think we had a weird experience with
Y'all did. Mine was fine.
You're talking about the one with the
In the
beach?
ocean, yeah. It was the ocean, yeah.
Was-
It was paragliding
The
too.
paragliding. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was fine. I think you and Mom got sick.
Yeah, I got sick. We were just.
I didn't have a problem with that.
You know, it might just be that type of activity that makes me sick.
So then Mom wouldn't enjoy it then because she would also probably get sick.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I think it was honest. I was fine until the guy started doing the spirals, and I was like, "There's no way I'm doing this ever again."
You should just say no next time.
But I would what?
Just say no next time.
Well, I would do it again if whoever my.
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
person
you want
was-
to see tricks? No, I'm good on tricks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Just
no.
ride.
Yeah, let's just screw. Let's just see what's up, and
Yeah.
then that's it. But he said that was the fastest way to get down. We need to get down.
I mean,
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I've done it. It was straight. But another activity that I think would be really fun to do. I mean, I've done jet skiing. I've done four wheeling. Is there any like out of the ordinary activity?
I know one thing people do is like they'll go to like a canyon or something and they'll do like not like a, it's like a really tightrope essentially.
Yeah.
And they'll walk or they'll do flips on it or something.
I don't know if I can do that.
Excuse me, but you're like strapped to it. So if you
Yeah.
fall, I mean,
It'll catch you.
it'll still probably be scary though.
I'd be scared. I'd be like, no, the wind. Imagine the wind pushing you a little bit, and you just like
Yeah.
lose your balance. You like, oh, you're okay because you're strapped, but I don't think I could do that.
That'd be pretty scary. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm trying to think if I'm afraid of heights or not. I really don't know.
I don't know what you are afraid of or not either. I don't think you are.
Yeah, I think I'm good for the most part. Maybe at a certain point, I'll probably like, oh man, no. I don't like elevators. I know that. At least like really tall, like going like 25 stories.
Yeah, those are a little iffy sometimes.
Okay.
Honestly, whenever I was on the cruise,
Those
those
aren't
were
too
always
bad.
iffy for me.
No, those are fine with
Imagine,
me.
I always think like you're thinking about going down and you're going just crashing. I always think like going down and you're stuck in the ocean in this box. Like,
You wouldn't even make it to the
well, that's just
bottom
my
of the
just a thought
boat.
that I had.
No, yeah. Well, yeah. You have anything else you want to touch on? Kind of hitting the 48 minutes. I think we did kind of good.
Yeah, it was good little vid. The last thing I'll say is don't think twice.
There you go. Heard it here first. Well, it's episode 11 in the books. Appreciate you guys watching, tuning in, listening.
Yep. And I actually will say one more thing. We didn't answer the question. Who in your life would you find most disturbing if
It
you
might be
lost
weird
them?
for them too.
If it were for you, say it's weird. Don't ask that question. But some people have different upbringings, whatever.
Or what's your superpower?
Yeah, or your superpower. Yeah,
That's a good one.
one or the other.
All right, let's go do it again. Let's ask him. You ask him.
Okay. If you could have any superpower in the world, what would it be?
And why?
Next question is, if you were to lose somebody in your life, scratch that. I said a little weird, too fast. If you were to lose somebody in your life, who would it be and why would it be that disturbing?
That
I asked that wrong. didn't
yeah,
I?
that was odd.
You ask it real quick.
You know what he was asking, so no, I'm
Nah,
good.
you ask
I'm not
it.
asking that question. That's just a weird question to think about.
Okay, just do the first one. Any superpower, what would it be
There you go. And why?
and why? Ciao.